Okay, so in this video on the Daily Push, I'm going to be talking about whether or not you should skate every single day. And I'm sure you can already guess that the answer is probably no. But I know there's a lot of people out there who just want to skate every day and they just have to skate every day. So for you, I'm going to be giving you some easy tips that you can do to speed up how you recover so then you can skate more and feel better whilst you're skating. So I'm just waiting for some people to go and skate a ledge spot somewhere out in St. Boy. So I'm going to wait here, maybe skate a little bit of flat whilst I wait. We're going to get to those tips very soon. Look at these filthy mongrels. He's already asking for numbers. So let's get into whether or not you should skate every single day. If you're like a little gremlin, maybe even up to 21, then yeah, you can probably skate every single day, like feel fine, wake up feeling like absolutely fresh. But as you start getting a little older, your body's gonna start asking for more recovery time. But how much time do you actually need? And this really depends on like what you've been doing, how you've been skating, because you've got many different systems that get worked whilst you're skating. And not all of them take like the same amount of time to recover. Some will take longer, some will take less time. So I'm gonna have a little skate and then we're gonna get to those different systems that you need to recover from and the time that you need to spend recovering from them as well.
Like sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel.
So we got to the spot and as you can see, the moisture has fallen from the sky. So sadly we're gonna have to wait a little bit till we get to skate. So I was just filming over here and I saw these little donkeys over here on the wall. And you know what? I think I wanna go film in front of those donkeys. What's up guys? So first off, let's talk about skating gaps. I would say that these kind of sessions put the most stress on your body because when you jump down something, it's that part of the movement where you're like absorbing the force that puts the most stress on your body. And if you're jumping down some stairs, the stress massively increases, which is gonna end up damaging more your muscles and your bones and stuff like this. So on average, to recover from these sessions, you're probably gonna need about 24 to 72 hours. But then if you've had like a lot of slams and you've been like seriously just like punishing yourself, you know, you're bruised and like beaten up all over, then that amount's gonna increase even more, like maybe up to a week and even like 2 weeks. Let's say you haven't been skating gaps, but you've still had like a super intense sessions in terms of like getting out of breath. You've been leaving little time in between tricks, like running onto your board a lot. On average, it's gonna probably take about 24 to 48 hours to recover from this kind of intense cardio-based session. So on top of this as well, regardless of what kind of session you've had, if it's been intense and you've been skating for a long time, then you're gonna need to recharge your energy tank, your glycogen stores as well. So that's gonna take on average about 24 hours. I just wanna say as well, like all of these times that I'm saying are gonna completely vary depending on who you are, your lifestyle, and loads of other things as well. So these are just kind of rough estimates. So I'm gonna go on now and skate a little bit of flat. It's actually looking like it's drying up. So we should be able to get a skate on these ledges pretty soon. So on top of this as well, I think one of the most forgotten parts of recovery is the mental side of things. So if you've had like a super stressful session where there's been a lot going on around you, maybe you've been skating with like people flying all around you, traffic, or you've been landing your trick and you just haven't been able to roll away. This mental side of the session also builds on top of that physical stress and result in you probably needing to spend more time and effort to recover properly. So when you're trying to figure out like how much recovery you actually need, these examples that I've given can be rough guidelines, but you also need to think as well of how your lifestyle also influences your need to recover as well. So if you've been getting bad sleep or you're also like super stressed apart from skating, that's also going to affect your recovery and slow down your recovery or just mean that you have more to recover from as well. So for example, if you like finish your session and then you get home and you have a fight with your girlfriend, she's like, man, you left skid marks on the toilet again, like this is the last time. It's going to be a stressful situation. So that added stress is going to accumulate and it's also going to inhibit your ability to recover. So just think about that, like basically if you go for like a super heavy session that you need to recover a lot from, and then you get home and you have maybe like more stress or you like sleep bad, that's also going to affect your recovery, slow down your recovery, and result in you probably needing to spend more time to recover. What a lovely blue wall. So like I said, I was going to be giving tips to people who want to skate all day. I know a lot of people don't want to be hearing like, oh, you've got to take 72 hours off skating. So here we go, this bit's for you. So based on how the other sessions in the week have been, you can basically then plan how your next sessions are going to be. So for example, if you've had like a super gnarly stair session, then you need to keep it in mind that you probably need to just like not skate gaps for a couple of days. And what you could do instead of that would be, for example, go out and have like a mani sesh or like a flat ground sesh. Or you know, you go out and you can learn like pogos, for example. So the takeaway message is that you just need to think about how the session stressed your body and then just try and skate the next session in a different way where it affects your body in a different way. And in my opinion as well, and even though I'm giving you ways that you can skate every day, it's still super important that you do actually just take some time off from skating as well. So at least try and have just one day off where you just don't skate at all. And yeah, other than that, just make sure you're just listening to your body, listen to how you feel, you know, don't push it too far. Like other ways that you can tell if you're pushing your body too far, you're gonna be skating worse, you're gonna be running out of energy. Skating's just gonna feel like it's taking more effort. So just trying to like listen to these little kind of signs that your body's giving you to basically judge how you need to recover and how you should go about skating for the other days in the week. Don't get it stuck in your beard. What do you think? Alright, so we're leaving the ledge spot, moving on to the next spot. I don't really know where we're going. I think maybe like a little bank spot. We're gonna have a little recharge on the way. Some food right there.